Weather and climate science are full of acronyms. For example, you're familiar with NWS for National Weather Service and NOAA for National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. But there's one acronym you probably don't know, NCAR. That stands for National Center for Atmospheric Research, headquartered in Boulder, Colorado. NCAR is federally funded and sponsored by the National Science Foundation, with direct connections to more than 100 universities across the country, including Penn State. A group of experts in the meteorology and climate science community organized an event last year called the Weather and Climate Livestream. They recently reunited to ask concerned scientists what NCAR is and why it matters, all the more timely following plans announced by the federal government to dismantle NCAR. Here's what they had to say.
The Mesa Lab is one of the most spectacular places on Earth.
It's pretty iconic as you come up the hill and you see this building. It's just magical.
Looking out at how beautiful everything was and also just being so inspired by the science, I went home that evening and told everyone that's where we're moving.
Everybody visits NCAR. It's the place to be.
It's really the connective tissue of the atmospheric science community.
NCAR is one of the few things that's really aptly named. It is the National Center for Atmospheric Research. So it's a place that any of us in this field go back to frequently for many different reasons.
There are very few places in the world that have expertise that ranges from weather forecasting to looking at how climate dynamics work on this planet over timescales of decades, centuries, millennia, and beyond. NCAR does it all.
Many of us are in New Orleans for the big annual Earth Science Conference, and then right in the middle of it, we get the news that they want to dismantle NCAR.
What worries me most in this moment when NCAR is a threat is how few people really understand what's at stake here.
The reason that NCAR exists is to do these things that are too big for any university to do themselves.
Many of us, we run our models on NCAR's computers. NCAR provides the support for all of these universities across the country to do our work. And if we lose NCAR, we lose that support.
Without the data, without the infrastructure, and without the models that are so critical at NCAR, I and like many other of my colleagues, especially in the Caribbean region who I partner with, would not be able to do the work that we do today to produce science that is helping so many communities, not only in the United States, not only in the Caribbean, but around the world too.
It's hard to imagine atmospheric science in the United States without NCAR.
My first thought when I read the news was how much of a loss it is for the public. NCAR does so much great public-facing work, the value of which is immeasurable from a public safety standpoint.
I have a sibling that lives in Boulder who relies on NCAR to provide some of the guidance for whether they should evacuate because there's a fire nearby.
It's hard to even list all the ways that NCAR helps me do my science.
I use their supercomputing infrastructure. I use their model.
And I'm actually using the NCAR climate model, the Community Earth System model.
I also use their world-renowned climate models.
The Weather Research and Forecast model.
Community tutorials.
CESM tutorial.
Supercomputing cluster.
Observational data.
They run the planes and the radars.
The C-130 and the G5 aircraft.
Data analyses, clusters.
SOARs, the significant opportunities in atmospheric research and science.
I have co-hosted workshops.
Climate Data Guide is essentially the Wikipedia for Earth system data.
Making field catalogs where the data are made available, long-time archive.
The data assimilation research testbed.
NCAR was the first modeling center to provide for the public and industry a large ensemble, which is a model simulation that allows to sample tail risks in extreme weather events, which is something that insurance industries and reinsurance industries really need to accurately price their product.
These are tools, resources that are keeping communities safe. They are supporting economies at home and around the world. They are protecting infrastructure and livelihoods.
I want people to really understand that this is an incredible return on investment. The availability of these resources and these services allows me to then go on and apply for grants that I then use to bring in a lot of money to my state. I support students, I support members of the community, I support technical staff, I support myself.
There's a lot of young scientists who are coming up. We're training them in use of airborne measurements. They've been involved in some of the campaigns starting out as graduate students, and now they want to use the facilities in their own research.
Collaborating with NCAR scientists has been essential for shaping my projects.
The connections in the community especially is one of the things that I cherish the most out of NCAR. They have given me the life that I have today, and now I want to do everything that I can to give back to a community and to a center that has loved me so well to do this work that has impacted so many communities across the country and around the world.
With the national parks and country music, it is one of the things that makes me proudest to be an American, is that this place exists and everyone can access it.
This is something that's really unique in the country, and it's really unique in the world. This really has put us in first place in the world when it comes to our efforts to understand climate change in a way that really involves the entire community.
This is a really scary moment for NCAR. Plans are being made to break it up into pieces that might be given to other agencies or just gotten rid of, to lose the Mesa Lab, to give away the supercomputer. But if we work together now, we can keep NCAR whole.
I'm optimistic that congressmen and women representatives will stand up for NCAR and what it does, because I think they can see the benefit if they just look.
The National Center has been around for decades. It's been around my entire career before I was born, serving atmosphere and ocean scientists, earth scientists, all different types of scientists in our country. And it would be really tragic if it went away.
For so many of us, generations upon generations upon generations, all roads lead to NCAR.
In response to the announced plans to dismantle NCAR, the American Meteorological Society issued a statement saying, quote, "Losing this incredible resource would hurt the economic health of the nation and the safety of its people." The American Geophysical Union also released a statement saying in part, quote, "The nation's strong support of science over the past century is a foundation of our success. A strong NCAR will lead to further forecast improvements that enhance our national well-being." You can read the full statements on our website, weatherworld.psu.edu. We'll be right back.